Over the last 18 years, in the course of doing business, working for big corporations, and being in various rooms, I've seen what makes people wealthy and what makes people lose in the money game. In this video, I will show a step-by-step approach to building wealth. You'll realize that nothing has changed over generations on how people build wealth. Now, before we look at strategy, we must look at this story. In 2 Kings chapter 4, we find a widow in a desperate situation. Her husband, a servant of God, had died, leaving her with a mountain of debt. The creditors were at the door, not just to take her possession, but to take her 2 sons as slaves. In her terror, she cried out to Prophet Elisha. He didn't hand her a bag of money or a bag of gold. Instead, he asked her a question that shifted her perspective from what she had lost to what she still possessed. What do you have in your house? She replied, your maidservant has nothing except a jar of oil. You see, that nothing except became the catalyst for her entire future. Elisha told her to borrow empty vessels from her neighbors, not a few, but many. She went home, shut the door, and began to pour. As long as there was an empty vessel available, the oil kept flowing. She filled every single jar until the debt was paid and her family's legacy was secured. So what do you have? That's a question of inventory. Most people think they are stopped because of what they lack. But Elisha didn't focus on the widow's death. He focused on her inventory. See, wealth creation doesn't start with what you don't have. It starts with an audit of what you do. I'm going to share with you 4 pillars from this story that if you do it, your life will change completely. And if you are in an immense debt, you will come out of it and build wealth. There is nothing new today that has not been done before. The Bible says that there is nothing new under the sun. So here's pillar 1, the seed. You're not empty. The woman said, I have nothing except a little oil. No one is truly empty. Like Moses with his rod, or the servant with their talents in Matthew 25 verse 15. God gives to everyone according to their ability. Now here's the business reality. You have a little right now. Your little money, a little idea, a little strength, a little skill, or a little income. Maybe you have some connections. You have around you what you need to change your life. That little is the seed of your sign. You are not empty. You are just undeveloped. Someone out there is just waiting for that income you call little to start their own business journey to wealth. Stop looking down on what you have. So pillar 2 talks about the leverage. You see, empty jars equals market demand. Here's the scriptural truth. Go borrow vessels from everywhere, empty vessels. Do not gather just a few. Now, the strategic principles here is that there's a void. These empty jars represent the market demand. To grow, you must identify where there's a void or a need in the market. If you have the oil, that's the gift, but no jars, a market to fill. The oil stays in the bottle. You must find the empty spaces where people are crying out for a solution. You see, someone found the need for electric cars and went ahead to be a billionaire. Another, the need for personal computers, and changed the world and became massively wealthy. You must find the void in the market to fill. The other important thing here is the relationship principle. You must leverage other people's vessels, their wisdom, their ideas, and their platforms. And think about the bridge for a second. This requires you to be a good neighbor. If the widow had quarreled with her community, she would have had no jars. You must build bridges because the quality of your network determines the capacity of your success. Now here, there's a capacity rule here. The flow of oil stops only when the vessels finish. Your growth is determined by your ability to find and prepare empty jars. Now pillar 3, the incubation, the shut the door phase. And when you have come in, you shall shut the door behind you and your sons. That's what Prophet Elisha telling the woman. Here's the principle. This is the phase of strategy and deep work. It is in those moments, it is in those private moments that you meditate, analyze the market demand, and multiply the ideas. Nobody sees you while you're studying, building your website, or perfecting your craft. Keep doing the work behind the scenes. You are developing the skill and the character required to handle the multiplication that is coming. The final pillar is the transaction phase. Go and sell. You see, Elisha told the woman, go sell the oil and pay your debt, and you and your son live on the rest. Now, the principle here is that you must know how to trade. You see, prayer produces the oil, but trading produces the profit. Don't just keep your oil in the jars in your house. Go and trade it. Sell your gift, sell your craft, sell your product. Selling is how you transition from miracle to legacy. Solve the world's problem with your oil. Pay your debts and build your family's future on the surplus. See, in Proverbs 11:26, that people will curse him who withhold grain, but blessing will be on the head of him who sells it. You see, selling is how you get rich because people reward you with wealth. As you become a solution provider, making life easier for people around you through the product you are selling, you are rewarded with wealth. The jars that the market demand, they are all around you. Your job today is to start pouring. What is the little thing in your hand right now? Let me know in the comment, and let's talk about how to find the jars for it.